Hello, good peoples, and welcome back to Ichi. And actually, welcome back to my third attempt at recording this level. The first failed due to me having numlock turned off somehow, and so my recording key didn't work. The second due to me stonewalling for an hour against the boss and discarding the recording. So, just to clarify some points I've previously made twice, I'm going to be skipping over the text a bit and just summarizing at the end. Also, I'm afraid you missed Sector 6 because that was lost and saved over as part of the first initial recording. Anyway, the only reason the Kamato haven't alpha struck the planet yet is because there's a shield generator underneath the base. So they're sending down one of their capital ships with a weapon called a Phantom Hammer. Oh, bollocks. It is our job to go and take out that Phantom Hammer before it can wipe out the base and us as well. Also, there was a logbook from an assassin saying that she's going to need our help sometime in the future. It was unsigned other than being from an assassin. Fortunately, this logbook talks about a rogue assassin called Ansaxi. And I'm going to put a point into health, because even though it doesn't help my pacifist run, I lost so hard against that boss. You can't believe how badly I was failing. It sucked miserably, and I think just having one extra health upgrade will make a difference. Now, this isn't a very pacifist thing to do, starting a fight, but I need the experience I've found out. Also, meet the beasts. There's a logbook talking about them there. I didn't even end up picking up the experience. So I guess I just got some tasing killed for no reason. Ow. Ah. That was your fault. Bit hard to crack a door while getting shot at. And there's the elevator up to the Kamato ship where the Phantom Hammer is installed. The logbooks in here just talk about how to make various weapons. Like I said, forgive me if the commentary is a little sparse, it's difficult to commentate the same level 3 times. No point even cracking that, honestly, but... Checkpoint. And it's a Taisen. It's a Taisen on the Kamato ship. It's Vitalica. If I'm skimming over things a bit too fast, you might have to pause the video. I'm sorry about that. There's only so much I can put up with reading the same thing over and over. But Vitalica has essentially set up a shop here. And she's being about as daring as us and attacking the ship single-handed. Poke. 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 Yuga Bachara is one of the crackers who writes the logs about how to make weapons. Zentradon is a Kamato and Taisen word meaning extinction via technology? Something like that. The Siratako incident. And Hero Core is a minigame that I'm afraid we missed on account of me losing Sector 6. I'm going to go back into After I finish the game, I'm going to go back in single play mode and play that level. Wow, I timed that badly. That was actually deliberate to make it blow itself up. Ah! Oops. And I think I aggroed them. Still, let's take the path that doesn't let them shoot at us. If I'm not going to be killing anything, why bother getting into a fight? And that logbook described the secret technique known as teching. If you press C just as you get hit, then you won't be knocked onto your back. There's a few secret techniques in the game, similar to how Super Metroid has the Shine Spark and the wall jump. The teching is the obvious one. I've mentioned in the past how you can crack your own nano field. Whoops. And there's also a technique called Retribution. If you have every weapon in the game, then if Iggy is below a certain amount of HP, you can fire them all at once. That was an awkward spot. Okay, just stop doing the double fire. It's difficult to get to. Have you seen Assassins? They might have shown up in Sector 6. But in any case, they're like Asher. I can shoot at them with lethal weapons and it doesn't matter because they run away. Except they've got two arms, so they can fire both of their plasguns at once. Unfortunately, my attack sucks, so it takes a little while. There we go. Can I crack that? Yes, it's only security 3. And this just describes the Kamato equivalent of football, kicking a Taisen turret around. That was only a level 1 door. Oops. Kamato have self-destruct fields to prevent their technology being captured. But in typical Kamato thinking, the higher ranked you were, the more powerful and explosive you got. This policy was ended after a general's malfunctioning self-destruct took out the city he was in, and the city next to that one. I'm going to actually stop and read this one. Iosa was born on a small planet on the borders of Kamato territory, and following her exceptional results in combat training, was chosen as a test subject for a new type of nanofield. Based on the Taisen's planetary shielding technology, this system had no upper limit to the amount of nano it could assimilate, and unlike similar technology used on shield doors, it had yet to be proven lethal to its user. However, among all of the test subjects equipped with this nanofield and connected directly to the raw output of the power core, only Iosa's field managed to hold up without collapsing in on itself. Due to the extremely high cost and many casualties, the Immortal project was stopped until further notice. Soon afterwards, a Taisen fleet entered Kamato space and alpha-struck the unshielded planet. All research data was lost, but Iosa's nanofield allowed her to survive the strike. 2 long turns later, she was found and picked up by the Imperial Army, which found her body and mind miraculously intact. As the star turns passed, Iosa was promoted to Annihilator class. Even when her exoskeleton was destroyed, she continued fighting the Taisen with her bare hands. Many Taisen now fear her more than the Kamato generals. That's a significant one. We haven't actually met any Annihilators yet. But Iosa is effectively their leader. You. Ow. I'm just trying to fight him without aggroing the beasts. Nope. Oh, balls. Yes, it is quite difficult to fight an assassin while getting shot at with a shock splinter. I don't think it's called. I forget which is the shock splinter and which is the splinter gun. There's a derivative of that weapon which just fires those little spread projectiles that come off from the main explosion. Ow, jump too high. Got ya. You jerk. Here's the Phantom Hammer. Let's see what it thinks of rockets. It didn't like it. Oh, it turned better than I thought it would. No. Meet the Sentinels. They're more powerful than Annihilators, can float freely and hail NPFP, plasma and nukes all around, but at the same price you could equip 400 troopers. Now which is more effective? Wait, I'm not actually sure about that. Let them have their floating death spheres as long as I'm a safe distance away. Meet the sodding boss which stonewalled me so hard for an hour that I gave up on the recording. Also, they don't seem happy that I blew up their super weapon. I wouldn't be either, to be fair. Onwards. Excuse me? I just want your experience. I could open that up and then they would fight. That would be me. I am really uncertain if I'm going to get enough experience to get the stats that I need to do a pacifist run. Because in order to have a pacifist run in Sector 10, you absolutely need to have 10 points in Crack, Tazen and Kamato. Which is why I've been so reluctant to put points into health. Tazen versus Kamato. Kamato win. This is a somewhat consistent theme. The poor Tazen are rather outmatched. That just leads up to that teleporter we saw before. And with that, it's time for this prick again. Channel 12 open. Transmit identification. Down 2. What? Channel 12 open. Transmit identification. Down 1. Oh, my name's Itchy and identification failed. Terminating. What we've got to do is press those. There's a terminal on each side of the room. They turn on those electrical pads. Oof! I timed that badly. That plasma cannon is half the reason I couldn't do this fight. It comes out so fast. And it does 3 damage if it hits you. Also, this random rocket spray is annoying as hell to dodge. And it's got a nuke! Fortunately, that makes it fall to the ground. Then it tries to ram you, and it can be baited into running into another pad. repeat that 4 times to win. But my god, when it can... I only had 6 health to fight it, which meant 2 plasma shots and I was dead. And notice I've already consumed all of the health in the room. It drops more health when you... Bloody hell. It drops more health when you kick it into a pad. These random rockets are so annoying, because they take quite a while to go off and it's very easy to drop into them. And it can just area deny so much of the level. I don't mind that attack so much. See, it just does armor damage, so I can actually suck up a few hits from it. Ow. Don't! Ah! Sometimes it just flies right up into your face and it's nearly impossible to dodge. Damn it. And that's the problem with the rockets. Sometimes it'll fire it at the ground, you jump over something and you got no hope but to land on them. Okay, this is definitely doable though. I got very close in some of my attempts with less health. EG just gives you a hint about the electro pads, which I do know. That's not the problem. The problem is dodging this attack. Ah! If you spot it coming in time, the MPFB, that's that big blue explosion, is very easy to dodge on the whole. It makes a distinctive beep when it goes to use the nuke, which is why I know to run in. Sometimes it is very difficult to dodge that one. Ah! I dislike it when it manages to launch an attack before the previous attack has left the screen. Damn it! Jumped into that. So, for that trooper's question about which is more effective, 400 troopers or 1 sentinel, it's the sentinel. The sentinels are so dangerous. Notice the ship was carrying, what, 3, 4 of them? It does have distinctive tells for all of its attacks, like it beeps a specific way before it fires the rocket. The triple spread rocket. Ugh. Oh, and it can abort its attacks, but you don't... It can be difficult to tell that sometimes. Ow. Chill the hell out. And yes, the nuke would hurt a lot if it went off. It also ignores Mercy invincibility. I think it's the only attack in the game that does that. No, there's another one. We won't see that for a while. Ow! Thank you for doing that and not the MPFB. I just said don't do the MPFB. It's dead. I've got it, I think. Come on. Get down! Maybe I should have boosted my health a bit before I fought like this. Iggy has 3 possible comments here. This is the "you haven't been putting enough points in your health, stupid" line. If you have been putting points in your health but you got the shit kicked out of you, she says, wow, that was tough. And there's one, if you somehow manage to avoid taking any damage or just a very small amount, she says, was that supposed to be difficult? But holy god, that wasn't easy. I can't tell you just how many times I failed. It must have been like 15 before I gave up entirely. I needed that health upgrade. Got it done. I just took out some kind of Kamada security robot. I'm going back to reading because now I don't have to skim over the same text again. It was really tough, but I hope it didn't waste too much time. It's alright, I think we're relatively safe. We have to push on and get to Sector X-10. The Tays and lifts are starting to run out of power since the Kamado arrived. This is Sector 8 and the Kamado have built quite a defensive force here. Be extremely careful. And the noises around my control room start again, but I've no idea what it could be. Nothing bad's happened so far though, so I'm not worried anymore. Blitz! They're little parasitic blob things that attack everything indiscriminately. Oops. Let's get out of there. Yeah, one regular soldier, okay, 2 regular soldiers still beats 2 elites. Uh-oh. In terms of I want to fight, I want to face them. I need that experience. Worth it. Totally worth it. I wonder if this experience to the left there. I was hoping to kick that down and be able to duck before they went off in my face. I didn't manage it. Come here! Come here! Oh look, there's Blitz. I'm going to let him get eaten so I can steal his experience. Oh, there's a Blitz. That little purple blob there, it will eat me. If I let it. Just stop shooting me. Oh, they've all run away. Rumors have just been confirmed there are annihilators among the Kamado assault teams. Who knows why they brought them? We're doomed anyway, probably because they get a kick out of seeing us slaughtered. If I live to see one of these things, I'm not even going to fight it. I'll just stand there and let it kill me in the fastest, most painless way possible. Oops! Oh, hello, Annihilator. Goodbye. I'm so sorry, elites. Yo, I am not your problem. As you can see, the Annihilator is the problem. I think it trampled over the elites on the way here. Yep, I am not even dreaming of fighting an Annihilator. They're tough if you aren't a pacifist. Fortunately, the Annihilators do have one bit of making the game less annoying, which is that they won't use their hit scan plasma gun if you're off screen. Ow. Jesus Christ. No. Catapult. Ah, yes. I forget if you've seen it, but there's a lot of logbooks complaining about the lifts. Namely about the fact that sometimes they go so fast they splatter you against the ceiling. And now for the music that plays in them. Exploding eardrums that are also on fire. And this is very important. A trap mine, a device you can place on a teleporter destination by crouching on it and pressing X. The mine will destroy the teleporter destination when someone tries to use it. This, it should be pointed out, is not lethal to the person using it, it just fails. This is important for a pacifist. This is further historical details. Feel free to read this one yourself. Oh Jesus Christ, this... That was a well-locked crate of ammunition I can't use. Let's get by, hope it doesn't see us. It's gonna notice that. Kamato don't actually know any other species. We might have missed this one, but the Taisen are effectively a derivative. Kamato, who didn't want to augment their genetics, basically. Also, the Kamato seem a little divided over this whole affair. Also, they write like they're on the internet. Oh, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, I need 9 more levels. And I'm in Sector 8. The door and lift beyond need to be powered up. Use control select. Might take a while for them to activate, so be prepared to defend that room. I could break one of these teleporter pads and have less enemies show up. I'm not going to, for reasons. It's just going to be frantically dodging. Oops. Coupled with the occasional, hey, fire your explosive at a wall so I can get your experience, please. This counts as pacifistic action. Bye! This isn't really a good place to show it off, but there's an Easter egg. Uh-oh. If an attack knocks you to the ground, and you don't get up from it, they will actually assume you're dead and stop shooting at you. I should note it will fail if they then bump into your body and start damaging your nano field. So like I said, it wouldn't work there because they would just bump into me. Okay. We seem to have a slight problem. They have another Phantom Hammer. The shield is down, and now there is nothing stopping them from launching an Alpha Strike. And something just happened to Dan. Listen close, Anomaly. I think I know where you're headed, and there's a corridor ahead that I know you must cross one way or the other. Your friend will be waiting there, I assure you. I suggest you go get him before I change my mind. Ready? Go. If you don't recognize it, that was Asher's theme playing. Oh, right. An important note. Back in Sector 6, Asher left a note trying to persuade us that Dan was secretly a traitor working with the Kamato. Ichi did not buy it for a second. It should probably be pointed out that Asher, if you hadn't realized, is a colossal dick. This is an overall guide to what each of the sectors was back when this was a human facility. Kaboot. Or not. I think that's the way forward, I think. Thank you. Oh, there we go. An analysis of us. Standard Taze and Soldier Nanofield, innate skills are likely more powerful than she realized. Air braking, that's why I've got air control. Teching, to explain that, and Nanofield rebooting, yep, are well known among the initiated, but this last unnamed ability I've never even heard of. As far as I understand, the requirements for triggering it is have 5 or less HP left, 8 basic nano weapons, and at least 1 ammo for each of them. As for actually activating the ability, it seems she needs to hold C while getting up after being knocked to the ground. The ability consumes 1 ammo for all of the anomaly's weapons and expels in a massive storm of explosions while shielding her from damage. It requires her nanogun to be in active mode. Yep, that's the Retribution ability. Annihilator Beta, activated in Sector 10. I'm sure we have no idea what this is. Also, let's make the Hyper Pulse. The Hyper Pulse is a special weapon which uses my strength to fire. Why did I make that? Unfortunately, I don't actually have the strength to do so, but that's how you break that door when you can't reach to kick it. That Phantom Hammer sure made a hole. In fact, if we look at the map, we can see just how big a hole. Actually, less far down than I thought it was, because it filled up with rubble. But yes, the shield is gone, and now we could get Alpha Struck. Which, if I glance over the logbook because it was in Sector 6, is effectively just a capital ship firing all of its weapons simultaneously. It's a good old Exterminatus, and it's what the Tazen did a low-powered version to wipe out basically all life on Earth, but leave the planet inhabitable. The Kamato don't intend to do that. Leave the planet inhabitable, that is. They do intend to Alpha Strike it. Oh yes, and when you get to level 10 you get a perk. Crack Electronic Mastery. There are no adverse effects for failing to crack something. There's Dan! There's a teleporter. Oh look, I saved a trap mine. One move and the human dies. I don't think Ichi actually knows Asher's name. Asher is basically an arrogant dickhead. If I hadn't saved the trip mine and used it there, Dan will die. And hoo boy, you better believe that affects later parts of the game. The song that's playing is called Glass Soldier, and like I said, all of the soundtrack is great, but I kind of like this one just because it's so different from the rest. If Dan does die, Ichi ends up breaking down more than a little bit and going into full denial, talking to him like he's still alive. I have 2 sectors to get 8 points of experience. I might manage it. God, I hope so. In any case, thank you for joining me, and I'll catch you next time.